Delicious. Welcome back to the Me and the Boys podcast, sponsored by Pepperidge Farms.
It's Pepperidge.
Soft baked.
Also goldfish crackers.
Also soft baked.
Ow.
That's the paper girl.
That guy's eating a muffin wrap.
Delicioso. Okay.
Sponsorship failed. Abort.
Okay, welcome back to me.
Welcome back to the Me and the Boys podcast. This is the special MCU episode.
Part 1.
It's part 1 because we don't have time to go through the whole thing because these guys got here late for some reason. Disgusting. Yeah, not for you. Okay, boys. Let's go ahead and get started. So we're just
Carolyn's
gonna
going to talk about the NBA right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Reaction.
basically, a little known guy in the NBA. His name is LeBron James. He's like, hey, that wasn't very nice of you to give Giannis MVP, okay? I deserved it. Okay, LeBron, let's talk about your team first. The Lakers? Okay, so you have some all-star cast right there. First of all, you have Anthony Davis, and you have, well, that's about no. They have Rajon Rondo, Kyle Kuzma, and Alex Caruso, who, although not an all-star, is
Alex Caruso is the real MVP.
He really is. The bald guy that can throw it down for no reason.
Yeah.
Anyways, LeBron.
Is he the guy that looks like he could be in a church ball league?
Mm-hmm.
TJ
LeBron-
Howe's got nothing on Caruso.
Quit freaking whining, okay? You have an all-star cast. You do not deserve the NBA MVP. Giannis single-handedly wielded his team into the playoffs and the number 1 seed in the NBA. His supporting cast is Chris Middleton, okay? The man... Did you guys know Chris Middleton was even a name before we came here today?
No.
Exactly, okay? Just shut up, LeBron. You're stupid,
LeBron
okay?
wasn't train wreck.
Sorry, that might be a little harsh, even though Braun's not gonna hear this. But
LeBron, like, listening to it right
LeBron is
now.
our 24th listener.
I've been to 9 finals and only won 3. You know how many MJ went to? 6. How many win? 6.
Skabop.
Ooh.
F you, LeBron. Okay, that's the end of my segment.
You said that you're stupid might be harsh. I'm not gonna tell him what that was.
Alright.
Okay,
Let's
okay.
go
Basically,
right into MCU now.
we're gonna do exactly what we did with Star Wars. We're just gonna go chronologically until about halfway,
We're
and we'll save the
going
rest for
until
part.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
So Star Wars only had 12 movies that we had to cover. MCU has 23, so we're going halfway this time.
Did you not see the No Girls Beyond This Point sign?
Shut up.
Women beyond
We
this
saw
point.
that today. We're
I
like,
didn't see it before.
No.
No women allowed beyond this point without
That's the
permission
one.
of the hall advisor. Carolyn, you're allowed. Come on in.
come on in, check out my RA dorm.
No, I was an area president out there in the... that's not the right thing. Area president is like
Zone.
zone leader.
Zone leader.
Area president's like the actual member of the 70.
Oh.
Anyway,
Okay, let's start with 23.
let's not, because that's
What?
not the order we're going in.
Oh,
First
my
movie,
bad.
Iron Man.
No, Captain America,
Carolyn.
the first Avenger. Because
Oh, we're
it's
going...
chronological in like the way we did Star Wars chronological.
Oh, okay. Okay, can I share my
Oh,
opinions
that's
about
we
it?
did.
About the first
What the-
Avenger? Yeah, go
Connor's
ahead.
laptop is
Alright,
out.
what number do
A
you have it
newspaper.
at?
You know, not a great movie. I enjoyed it because of the World War II aspect.
Did anyone else make an actual list?
Yes.
Wait, Captain Marvel? Wait,
No,
what?
Captain,
no,
we're going
First
on Captain
Avenger.
America, First Avenger.
First Avenger.
You know, I'll put it, maybe 16.
Okay, so to clarify,
It's not
this
the
is
worst, not the best.
this is chronologically in the
According
order
to the timeline.
Yeah, according to the timeline, not according to
Right.
how they came out. Because otherwise, we would be doing Iron Man. Right?
And then Endgame is going to be next.
No!
Well, yes, but actually no.
Okay, so
Only one of the 3 hours.
Captain America 16 for me. Just 'cause not great, not good.
Okay.
Michael.
Sorry, I have to find it.
Not you're good. You're
Is
good.
it? Sorry, right. Captain America #1, number 12 for me.
Number
So, yeah.
12.
Yeah, it's up there, but it's like as I was sorting through them, I was like, there are a lot of movies that are better than it.
Yeah,
Right.
It's
I
just
found
kind of one of those ones that landed in the middle for me.
I
so.
found that, and this was kind of the case with Star Wars. If it's towards the back, it's not necessarily that I didn't like it. It's just that I found other movies that were better.
Yeah.
I put First Avenger at 18.
At 18,
Yeah.
I have it at 17. I really do like the World War II part of it, and I think they established the character in a good way that they can build off of, and I think
Yeah,
Captain America has one of the best developments
for sure.
in like all of cinema, honestly, just because there's not a ton of characters that get this many movies, so
Yeah.
it's a, sort of a unfair comparison there, but yeah, 17 for me.
Alright.
Next.
I'm making my list right now.
Okay. Well,
Looking at it, it's labeled Marvel list at the top. I'm like, oh no.
16.
None of the numbers have
Yep.
anything.
Then America.
How did you spell? You spelled it right.
Alright, what's
oh.
the next movie? I don't know
Alright.
the timeline order.
Captain Marvel.
That's number 2. Oh yeah, 90. Okay, let's put this number 22.
Yep, number 22.
Just because of the feminism, it didn't really appeal to me.
Gavin's looking scared.
I
Tell
said,
me you
no,
didn't put
I
it
said
above that.
21, just a little bit off.
And
But I'm sure we agree on
I
all the
said
same points.
23, not because of the feminism.
Did you put? What did you
well,
put?
I mean, my
Age of
point is
Ultron?
really invalid because nobody cares in movies about politics or whatever, unless it's a political movie.
Especially not in Marvel movies.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
shouldn't affect
Much
the
less.
score, but it really
Right.
did for me because I'm a misogynist.
I've never heard that word before.
Well, he is wielding it correctly, so.
Because I'm a misogynist.
No, you're not, Garland.
Put Captain Marcel.
Oof.
Yeah, I have it at 23.
Marcel.
Not necessarily because I thought the feminism broke this movie, but like it's certainly there, but it wasn't really a problem for me. It's just the fact that the villain absolutely sucked. I hated what they did with Nick Fury. Ruined,
Oh, yeah.
ruined
Yeah,
the
yeah,
character.
yeah.
It's true.
Definitely.
And she personally, she's not a likable actress or a likable character.
Or a likable person.
Except for in Scott Pilgrim.
In Scott Pilgrim, Brie Larson was
She plays
awesome.
her part.
She is a good-looking person, though. I'll give her that. But that's about
Yeah.
it.
Talos was like the only thing I liked about the movie.
Yeah.
John Rogg was
and Coulson.
a complete
except-
waste of Jude Law.
And Coulson, but he could have done more.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just gonna say that like we were talking about it, but as far as like the feminism goes, Wonder Woman did it a lot better
Oh yeah, absolutely.
because it wasn't really like feminism. It was more like equalism.
Well, I think Wonder Woman
It
might
was-
be even more feminist than this one is, but
It's
it's
true equality.
it's built into the fibers of like the theme and everything. Captain Marvel just like tries to sprinkle feminism on the top, and it's like, well, I mean, that's just virtue signaling. It doesn't
Yeah,
super
'cause
work.
isn't Wonder Woman from like the Amazon group or what are they called?
Yeah, the Amazonians.
Yeah, and so that's just that is her background. And
Yeah,
so they built
definitely.
the story off of that. You're right, Captain Marvel. They just kind
Meanwhile-
of added it in as an afterthought, and it didn't
Yeah.
go well with it.
Meanwhile, Captain Marvel, it's like little subtleties. Like the main villain was kind of a girl, or like one of the antagonists was a girl.
Oh
and
yeah.
the main hero is a girl.
Yeah,
and
that
she
was
says some
weird.
feminist
Hillary
stuff at
Clinton
some
showing
point.
up.
Yeah. That was
Sorry,
weird.
that's offensive too. It's not Glenn Close. Who is it? Whoever that lady is that looks kind of like Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
That was like
the
the
one
weird.
on the train.
No,
No.
the AI lady.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, we
Whack.
we generally agree.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel was bad.
Wait, let me keep track of these. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Next up, Iron Man, I believe.
oh yeah,
All right.
Okay. Can I go first?
feel
Sure.
free.
You know, I just added onto my list number 5, Iron Man. I really liked it as a kid, and that's actually one of the movies that I'll from time to time rewatch.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a good movie. I mean, it's kind of like Robert Downey Jr.'s re-debut as an actor, and he does a really good job with it. And it's a really enjoyable movie.
Yeah,
I agree.
I like AC/DC in it as well. Soundtrack is killer. I'm gonna be honest about that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So number 5 for me. Good movie.
Good movie. I put it at number 11, so just above the first Avenger.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, same reasons as the first Avenger. I just found better stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I had it at number 8. So yeah, same thing. Honestly, I really like, or not really like, but I enjoy every movie that's like above 18 on this list. Honestly, the ones that I have problems with are like the bottom 5.
Yeah.
So 8 is pretty dang good for this crowd.
I put mine at 17, but I did find this movie really enjoyable. I just think that I do like how they developed his character really well in this film. But I don't know, it just took a lot for it to get going. For me.
It was kind of funny as well how they like developed that character, and then Iron Man 2 they kind of reverse developed it somehow.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute.
Which brings us to...
It's evolving just backwards.
Yeah.
But I did find it an enjoyable movie.
Nice.
Alright, shall we cover Iron Man 2?
Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Complete crap show in my opinion. I only bored. That was the only
Bored.
part.
Yeah.
Anyways, number 21 on my list, Iron Man 2.
Ditto. Number 21.
Yep.
Oh. I put it at 13.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Up in the higher than
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
I don't know.
where
I
did you
thought
have
Whiplash
Iron
was
Man
a
at?
cool villain. I had it.
He
at
is pretty
17.
cool.
Oh, whoops. I'm putting
He's
these in
pretty
wrong.
cool. Yeah. He's pretty cool.
Wait,
guy.
but
Wait,
why
Whiplash
did you
is a
guys
cool
put it further back?
I mean, just I did like how it's kind of like two big time millionaires competing against each other trying to do.
Yeah. I
You
actually
know,
did like Justin Hammer in it.
Yeah, and I like how that guy's a douchebag. So, but I mean, other than that, just not a real memorable movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not setting it up for anything. All I remember is freaking Rhodey and him at the end, like covered in rain. Or
Yeah.
spring.
Like
Iron,
the
Iron Man
greenhouse
pees
place?
his pants
Yeah.
in this movie.
That is true.
Yeah, I just thought it was sloppy. Like, it didn't seem that well put together, honestly.
Right. Just especially compared to like Iron Man. This one seemed
Yeah.
much more like a mainstream superhero flick, which
Which it probably
We're
was
not
because they
very
came out
good.
in the same phase. They're kind of just trying to make a sequel instead of
Yeah, instead
look
of
at the big
advancing
picture.
the universe, even though they
Yeah.
did introduce Black Widow in that one.
and Nick Fury, or they didn't introduce him, but he was heavily involved, and
Yeah.
Coulson again.
yeah,
So also they kind of did advance.
Yeah, they just
the
had
universe
too
a
many
little bit,
plot
like-
lines.
but not for Iron Man's story.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I also had it 21, like you guys.
Cool. All right. Next up is Incredible Hulk, I believe.
The Incredible Hulk.
The movie was very credible.
Oh, it's garbage. 23.
Yep. 23.
It's
Dead
just
last.
23 and me.
not
really.
enjoyable
That's
to
not
watch, like at all.
I put it at 23 also.
I saw it for the
My... Wow,
first
you guys
time.
all put it at 23?
First time at spring break, and I was super tired because we watched all of them. Like,
That
this
is true.
movie is
Oh, yeah.
garbage.
Wait, was one,
Oh,
of us, was
yeah.
one of us not there for that, or were we all there?
I think
Well,
there was
Tucker.
probably
There was-
like one of us missing at every single
I
watch.
missed for the Age of Ultron.
Except
day,
for me, I was there for
Some of that.
everyone.
Yeah.
But
I might have actually been there for everyone too.
I remember.
Hmm.
I don't think I was there for every single movie we watched.
I came late for the Age of Ultron day
I didn't really like it.
and whatever else
came-
we watched that day.
Wait, no, I didn't come late for Winter Soldier Day.
Anyway.
Wait,
yeah, you did.
So I have it at. Oh yeah, I probably did. I have it at 20. Just because there's other movies that I dislike more.
Interesting.
And I think that I at least like the Hulk and Abomination fight.
Yeah.
That's
I think
because
that's
they
my
put on
favorite
cars
thing
as
about it.
boxing gloves, and
That
that's
is
pretty
true.
neat.
Yeah.
But again, it sort of has the same problem as Iron Man 2, where it's more of like the classic lazy superhero film that we see that Marvel sort of shakes this by the end of this.
Yeah.
But
Definitely.
this is their second film. Okay.
Yeah,
So
this
yeah,
was-
they're starting to work on their storyline.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of that, like the kind of like superhero flick, like the cliche stuff, I feel like that's kind of what Captain Marvel was trying to get back to with their tone of the movie. It seemed like lighthearted, and like what they did with Nick Fury, they made him like this totally joke of a character.
Last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye.
It
Yeah.
was.
It was
It
a
was a
cat,
cat.
Nick.
Stupid.
It was the cat, Nick.
Stupid.
Anyway,
Anyways, I don't think very many people like that.
Oh yeah, I also forgot to bring up that I fell asleep on my second viewing of Captain Marvel in theaters.
So did my date.
I was Carolyn's date. Wait, we went and saw Captain Marvel for the first time.
Together, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then I
that
went with insert name here, and I think she did fall asleep. That was a fun date.
did you fall asleep on your shoulder?
No,
Oh.
it wasn't anything like that.
Doesn't sound like fun to me.
It was actually kind of an awkward day. I like bought popcorn for her, but then I was holding it the whole time, and I wasn't eating any of it. And she didn't know I
That's so
bought it
awkward
for
when
her.
you buy
then
popcorn
I
for
was
girls
like-
and they like don't eat.
Then I was
any.
like, "You can have some," and that made
Is
me
this the one
sound
that she like ate the whole thing?
Yeah, it made me sound like that I bought it for myself, right? It says you can have some, but I didn't.
Oh, I
couldn't-
suppose you can have some of this popcorn.
But I didn't have anything.
Fine.
You couldn't say it any other way, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
So like I was, and then she ate all of it, which was good because I
could've-
wasn't going to.
You could have said it's yours,
Mm-hmm.
and then she would have eaten the whole thing anyway.
But then
This gives you power over me.
You said it.
Dang it.
Dang it.
Okay.
I'm
Next one.
starting to notice a trend.
I'm kind of digging the Me and the Boys podcast mug. I might have to go make the
I'll have to
Culture
go
Show
start
one.
making merch.
That would actually be pretty fire, not gonna lie.
It would.
sold it
You could have a
Or 20
sweatshirt.
I think if
We're not
we
shipping
get
to Ireland though, not yet. So
not yet. If
Sorry.
we
No,
get
we will ship to Ireland.
if we get hundreds
I
of
promise
individual
you.
we will
Maryland
personally
will-
deliver.
Yeah, we're going to Ireland, which is
I'm pretty sure the Irish listeners stopped listening because our
No.
percentages are going down.
No.
What if we sign the cup for you, huh?
Okay, go on to the next one.
Wait, so we didn't get bored after the 7th episode, but everybody else did. Mission accomplished.
Heck yeah, boys. Okay,
Alright,
go
what's
ahead,
next?
Connor.
What?
What's
Let's
next?
go
What's the
ahead.
next movie?
The movie.
Oh, Thor.
It's from the movie.
I put this at number 17.
Where did you get that?
It's not a. I mean, like, it's a Thor movie. In my opinion, Thor movies
It
don't
is
really
the
get
Thor.
good till Ragnarok,
Yeah.
and so I think it's not the worst Thor movie, not
Yeah.
the best.
He's just
Well,
like,
yeah, it's not the best. I mean, it develops the character really well, so we know what he is, you know.
Yeah.
And it sets it up for Avengers, so.
I put it number 20, but my issue with it is like, yeah, it develops him really well, but he's still really not that compelling
Mhm.
throughout.
Yeah.
Like, in my opinion, I just didn't find him
Yeah, he's
that compelling of a character. It was like I just wasn't in it.
And he's not relatable until Ragnarok, and I think that's
Yeah.
why lots of people
Mhm.
can't enjoy the movies as much. And I put it at number 22.
Nice.
Okay.
Wait, so what do you mean by relatable? Like everybody's had their
Like,
their
Especially when he shows up
their
in
hair
Avengers.
shaved
he-
off by Stan Lee.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
No, I mean, in
No.
Avengers, he shows up, and he's just this almighty person that, you know, he kind of
Yeah.
keeps to himself.
And
The
then,
only
That's
reason
true.
he's in it is for the Tesseract and for Loki.
He only really has like weakness in the third one.
Yeah.
yeah.
Besides, I guess the first one where he's like not worthy, but he's still a jerk.
but that's the character driven.
Yeah,
Then
it's a fish out
ends
of
up-
water
yeah.
type movie, which I've never felt that that's a strong enough premise
Yeah.
to build a whole movie around,
Yeah.
because I don't know, the hijinks get old pretty soon, and where it's set in a freaking New Mexico desert, but it's supposed to be this space opera type movie.
Oh, and I don't
Doesn't
like the
super
old
work.
scientist guy. He just drives
The
me
one that's
crazy.
naked in
Yeah.
the second Thor
Yeah.
movie.
And the one that doesn't exist in the third one.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're okay with that. No
Yeah.
offense to that character, I guess.
Stellan Skarsgård is a good actor, though.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you say, Michael?
Is that
I said number 20.
20?
that's Will's
Oh,
dad?
yeah, I
in
said
Pirates of the
19.
Caribbean, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I haven't
yeah,
heard that.
it
It
is.
might be.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
I remember.
Bootleg Bill.
Yeah.
Big Bill.
Bootstrap.
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 Oh, yeah.
No,
Like, great value, Bill.
Yeah, go on to the
Bootstraps.
next one.
The Avengers.
I thought probably my most enjoyable Avengers.
Interesting.
It's not the highest on my list, but I think it is just a nostalgia around. I put it at number 14.
Hmm.
Just all these characters coming together, and it's not like Endgame where you have 10,000 people
Yeah.
coming together.
That
It's-
was overwhelming.
What, six?
It's like, yeah, 6 or 7 of them.
6 or 7 people that
Counting
you
Hawkeye.
really like. I mean, Hawkeye just shows up. I mean, he's a cool guy, but like, he's just, you know,
Yeah.
and Black Widow showed up too. So I mean, just a really good movie. I really liked it as a kid. I have watched that again. Which is saying something for me watching a Marvel movie, because I don't find them watchable. But so 14 on my list.
Okay. I had it as 16. So,
Wow,
Yeah.
really?
I had mine
Pretty-
at 16.
Really?
Yeah.
it's pretty enjoyable, but like, I don't know. I didn't love it, honestly.
I feel like what
I
I was
feel like it's a
finding
little
out
overrated.
as I was making this list is we already talked about that Marvel likes to stick to the basic plot line,
Yeah.
and the thing that sets the films apart from each other are kind of the different aspects that they go into.
Mhm.
Like the Guardians of the Galaxy, it's a new take on things, and also the interaction between characters. I just feel like Avengers didn't do it as as well as some of the other films.
Dang, that's crazy. I was not expecting to come in here and be the highest rater of the Avengers, because I feel like there's definitely much better movies in there. I have it at 11.
Mm.
Yeah, I was honestly expecting you guys to all have it higher, but I guess I'm the defender of Avengers. So I
You're
think
garbage.
at the time it was definitely like.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, you were the one who was
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's really nostalgic. I really enjoyed it, and I
I know you
rewatched
were like
it
acting all
recently.
positive about it, and then you said
Yeah.
14. I have it at
It's
11. I
garbage.
was about to.
Well, I said it's not the best Avengers. It's not the best movie in the MCU, but like, I really liked it as a kid.
Oh yeah, there's still some merit to it. I think it.
I mean,
was,
well,
it was definitely one of the best up
we
to
were,
that
we were
point.
10,
It's
11 when it
unprecedented.
came out. 10, 11, 9. But, I mean, you know, there's better movies. There's movies in the MCU that had more passion and had better acting, for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
It doesn't. Not every movie in the MCU ends with them getting shawarma, but
Who's all tried shawarma?
nice shawarma place down the road.
It's like, Tony, you almost died. What are you talking about?
All
This
right.
movie was sponsored by Shawarma.
Okay,
Shawarma.
next one.
Iron Man Trace.
Hey.
You know, I actually really liked it. You guys might put it down lower on your list.
I did actually enjoy that.
My
like,
name's
especially the
Trevor.
first time
Trevor
watching it.
Slattery.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I hated that part.
I
love that
I thought it
part.
was hilarious.
Yeah,
They
same.
come in, he's in bed with all the girls, and then the girls leave. And
He's like watching soccer.
Hey, my name's Trevor.
Yeah.
He's like interrogating him, and
Yeah.
he like leans over, and he's like,
Go!
"Olé!"
Then he nods off while he has a gun
I thought the
pointed at
Mandarin
him.
was
Yeah.
hilarious. Because he's this big bad dude, and then you get there, and then it's just this guy.
They ruined the Mandarin,
I
but
think
they're bringing him back for Shang-Chi.
I think
Also,
it was
that's
hilarious
the
and
only reason I'm gonna
also
watch that.
a good plot
That-
twist that nobody saw coming. I don't know.
Also-
It could ruin
also-
it for people like Connor.
Yeah, I did the.
I like
Wazowski
People
face
like
in the
Connor.
theater.
I didn't like it.
I like it, again, nostalgic. I think my older brother,
yeah.
this was one he bought for the family, and we watched it, and I liked all the he blows up all the Iron Man suits at the end, and
Oh yeah.
but makes more anyways, but...
Yeah.
So I have a number 10 on my list. Because the only aspect of it I don't really like is probably just the kid side story.
Really? I liked that part.
You did? I mean, it's still a great movie. I just didn't find it.
Yeah.
It was a little
As
bit. It was a little bit
likable.
out of place.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I haven't watched it all the way through since I saw it in theaters when I was like, I don't know, 12, 13.
I surprisingly remember a lot more about this movie, even though I haven't seen it for a good while.
I see it's memorable, and I'd watch it.
Yeah,
again.
it's pretty unique.
Where do you two rank it?
17.
I put it at 19.
19.
Wow.
Were you the
And,
highest again?
No. So I'm at 12.
Connor's like, I had it at number 2 actually.
It's like, don't like.
I do think it's one of the more underrated Marvel movies. Of course, I thought Avengers was going to be an overrated Marvel movie with me having it at 11, but you guys all had it even worse than that.
But it turns out we were the underraters.
Yeah, and then I like Iron Man 3. It was sort of what it sort of like got me into being really interested in engineering and that sort of thing, which is like my major. So I
Really?
guess
That
it's-
movie?
Not that
Connor
movie
watched-
alone.
Oh, you watched Iron Man 3. You were like, engineering. That's it.
I want to be Iron Man
By
one day.
Jove, I've got it.
But I put it at 19. Like I did enjoy it, like we were talking about. I just don't like the fire breathing.
Oh, the fire breathing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that-
I
that-
guess
that
that's
was
a little
bad.
off-putting, but they needed to have a
And-
villain, you know.
And it happened
I
once.
think the villain
though.
was very like forgettable.
I did.
And also, I didn't want him to destroy all of his.
I did
suits at
like
the
that
end.
they got what's his name, Memento Guy Pearce.
Oh yeah.
I thought he was a good actor.
I did
Yeah.
like how they gave that power to Pepper, and so there's
Yeah.
an inner conflict with Tony, whether he's going to, kill Pepper or not,
Yeah, that was interesting.
And so that's another piece where drama plays in the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like they had the one, what is it? Regeneration power that the villain had.
Yeah.
It's the fire breathing that I didn't like because it only happened once,
Yeah.
and they
so-
never referred to it.
And other than that, they just have like melty hands. So
Melty hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? All right.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Next one.
I'll bring it up at some random point in the future, probably.
okay.
Next.
Bro,
Oh.
engineering.
Thor: The Dark World.
I
This ain't gonna be good.
didn't really like it. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I'd watch this again, at all. And watchability is really important to me because if I like a movie, I'll watch it again. But anyways, so number 19.
Anyways,
Not great.
I had it at number 19 too, but I had that one higher than the first Thor, actually. So yeah.
See, I had it 2 below first one.
I put it at number 20. A little bit higher than the first Thor just because I like the story a little bit better. But
I think what I liked about it was how it explored the relationship between Thor and Loki more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that carries the whole movie. That's easily the best part.
Yeah.
So yeah, what'd you
I
put?
had it at 22.
Okay.
Dang.
I
we're
just
pretty agreeable on this then.
Yeah.
It's garbage.
Garbage. Me and the boys certified garbage.
yeah, Malekith.
Disney
Malekith
spends-
was very bad.
Yeah.
Disney spends $22
He had
million.
3 lines.
Jane Foster and company.
They're just sort of there.
Yeah.
Disney
Still the weird old scientist.
Disney.
She was naked in this one.
spent $22
Disgusting.
You could
million.
argue that along with the relationship between Loki and Thor, carried the movie.
Did.
No,
I'm joking.
We do not endorse public,
Nudity
especially
in
at
any way, shape, or
Stonehenge.
form. Yeah.
Have some respect!
Hold on. Hold on, boys.
What are you holding on? And then
Disney spends $170 million to put out a hot piece of garbage.
107.
they've spent more on worse.
Yeah.
How
Man,
much
if
did John
I
They
had
have
Carter
spent
cost?
less on the
170
classics. That's for
The
sure.
Legend of John Carter.
John
I have
Carter
not seen that movie.
budget. I spelled budget wrong. $250 million.
How much was Brother Bear? That's
Brother
If
Bear.
I had $250 million, I could retire.
I thought you were gonna say I would make a John Carter movie. I was like,
No.
you're.
how much did
You're why we
Fox
can't
and the
have
Hound
masks.
cost? How much did Old Yeller cost? $50.
How much did Avatar cost?
How much did
feel like Avatar would've
Mundo
cost.
Dos cost?
I
About
don't.
the same.
I don't know. Just because they.
12 Angry
$20
Men
million.
budget.
$100.
$350,000, and they made easily, for me personally, I think 12 Angry Men is a top 10 movie of all time.
It's a really good movie. Yeah.
I don't think I've
And
seen
the-
it.
I
it's
haven't
so.
seen it. No opinion on it.
You guys have to watch it. It's literally
Where
the
can
whole
it-
thing takes place in one room.
Where can it be
But it's
found?
still like super compelling and it's super.
It's on
interesting to
Amazon
watch.
Prime, I think.
Okay, I'll watch it.
Okay.
It
next,
is
today.
delightful. 12 Angry Men. If you haven't seen
Delightful.
it, go watch it.
next movie.
An absolute family-friendly treat.
Yeah. Except he says the D word like once. And it's the most hilarious line you'll hear ever. And it's not a comedy movie or anything like that. So yeah, just go watch it.
Okay. What next movie?
Captain America, the Winter Soldier.
Oh.
So I will start
Dead
us out on
Last
this one.
23. Nobody
So you don't want
has.
to go last, Connor?
If you would, you know what? Yeah, you guys go ahead.
Okay.
I mean, I'll put it at the best Captain America movie.
Okay.
Because this is another one where drama starts to plan. Whereas in other ones, like when Marvel started to get going, you didn't really feel for the characters. But as they grew, as they kept going, you started to feel for the characters. And Winter Soldier is one that makes you realize like what's going on and how you feel. How you become more compassionate towards them. I mean, not compassionate, but empathetic.
Yeah, you care
And
about.
so for me, I define that as a real movie, and so it started to make me feel like I was watching a movie. So I put it on number 11.
Okay then. I'm watching a
11.
movie. Yes.
So number 11 on my list.
Okay, I put it at number 6. So top 10 material. I really enjoyed it. I enjoy it a lot every time I watch it. Maybe not more, but it's kind of the same amount for me of enjoyment. But it has a really compelling plot, and it really takes characters like beyond what we're used to seeing them as. So I really like that. But yeah, number 6.
Yeah, I agree with what's been said. Mine placed at number 7.
Okay.
Number 7. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Number 1.
Yep.
If you attended high school with me, you should know this about me.
Yeah.
I have moved it from number 1 on my all-time list.
Which is good.
It's not the greatest movie of all
It
time.
was on number 1 of the greatest movie of all
Dude, yeah,
time.
you knew this.
You
and
knew this since
yeah.
like sophomore year.
Holy
Been that
cow!
way
You knew
for 3
that.
years.
There were so many better
You knew
movies
that.
than
This was your exact argument sophomore year.
Oh.
Yeah, we had this. We had this
Like
in the lunch
Braveheart.
So
Braveheart.
let me back
Scott
this up.
Pilgrim.
Braveheart is not better than Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Okay, what?
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's a bunch of bull hockey.
I guess those are two completely
Dances
different
with
genres.
Wolves is better than Captain America.
Dances
the
with
Winter
Wolves
Soldier.
slaps, but
Oh my
I
gosh.
don't know.
There's
There's just no down scenes in it. When I watch it, there's no parts that I want to like fast forward through or anything, which is something that you don't get with a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Well, you get it with a lot more movies than this one.
Huh? Well, yeah. I
And
guess I
Makes
see your
sense, you
argument.
gotta think of it.
yeah, they elevate the character so well because Captain America, in Avengers and in the first Avenger.
Did you cry?
He's boring as crap.
Did you cry?
Did I cry?
Did
No.
you cry?
What part would I have cried at?
I don't know. I'm just asking.
I'm not sad about helicarriers crashing or anything. So.
Oh, I do like this movie because of Agent 13.
Oh, yeah. Number one for all of us.
Another round.
Maria.
Anyways,
That was going to be my next point, but yeah.
okay.
Okay.
I agree with that.
Already covered.
And then, well, so I covered plot, character. The dynamic between the Winter Soldier and Captain America, I really like because it's sort of this reflection of each other, where the Winter Soldier is like what would have happened to Captain America if the Russians had done it to him. Which is interesting because it's like that's sort of what we think of the Red Skull as generally, but he's
Nazi.
he's like a much more
Nazi. You gave the notebook to Nazis.
We're going to Berlin.
Hop in the motorcycle.
but just the way
Dad, Marcus is that way.
the way they reflect each other.
The Nazis have the journal.
Anyway, and it has some of the best action in any of the MCUs. The best one-on-one
Connor.
fight. Yeah, I'm trying to go down my bullet points, but I think we get the picture.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones 3, number 1.
Number one Marvel movie of all time.
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
The only thing I thought was kind of weird about it was the relationship between Black Widow and Captain America. Honestly, I was kind of wondering the whole movie, like, are they a thing or
Will
what is
they,
the movie
won't
going
they?
for?
Why is he wearing an unmarked hat?
Yeah.
That is one of the
That's,
things
like,
that
more
pisses
suspicious
me
than-
off.
I liked Black Widow in this movie.
I
think
liked
more than
her. I just wasn't
liked her in
sure
any other movie.
what they were doing with their relationship.
Yeah, their relationship was a little weird.
That unmarked hat actually really made me mad. I was like, you have a 22 or 100 million, more than that, $100 million budget, and you can't buy the guy a Nike hat.
He's supposed to be undercover.
But
Yeah,
nowadays
everybody
people
knows Captain
wear
America
Nike.
likes Nike.
you can't find hats
Normal-
like that nowadays.
Normal people freaking wear Nike hats. They don't like, hey, that one's unmarked. You know what?
Yeah, I was
I'll
gonna
pick
say
that
it is
one.
more suspicious.
Doesn't
that
he
was
wear
wearing
Under Armour
something
shirts in the movie?
I don't
Yeah, I
know.
think
Yeah, he
so.
does.
Then they could have
Nike
gave him an
hat
Under
when he's
Armour.
jogging.
And they introduced Falconwell.
That's true.
And
Although-
I liked Alexander Pierce.
Although you have to admit, with Falcon, it's like he kind of just took this random guy.
Yeah,
that he
it
was
was
friends with
super
from
coincidental and random.
I did like Robert Redford in that movie.
Robert
Yeah, Robert
Redford is a
Redford.
national treasure. I still want to see Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Okay,
But that's a topic for another time.
let's keep going. Next movie.
Oh. Guardians of the
Next
Galaxy.
movie.
Okay. I really love these movies, both of them. Like with all of them. Every time, Star-Lord dancing in the cave, that's my favorite scene.
Hilarious.
It's one of my favorite scenes
And then
in all of cinema.
they totally prank that in Endgame.
Yeah,
which I thought was
I
funny.
do like them going.
Well,
back.
anyways, it's really nostalgic for me, and it sends me a boost of serotonin,
That was very specific.
with
but
all.
I thought you were a stats major.
Yeah, I also like biology, but
no,
I think
stats and biology are the worst, besides chemistry.
well,
Anyway, sorry,
You're
I didn't
wrong.
mean to
I
get on
like
my soapbox
biology.
about
You heard
that.
it here first on class review episode.
so I mean,
Sorry,
with
Professor Adams, I didn't mean that.
all thing considered, I'm giving it number 1. I
Number
really
one
like
for
that
Guardians
movie.
of the Galaxy?
I think it's one of the best. And once I was saying you feel something. Like at the beginning of the movie, you feel sad for
yeah.
Peter. When
Oh
his
yeah,
mom dies.
they do
And
that so well.
They do
Yeah.
it terrifically. And I might have cried at least one of these times at that. I think I've cried one
It was
time.
pretty dang sad.
And then it flips on to the music where he's just listening to his headphones, and you're like,
And that establishes his character and like why he listens to music all the time.
Yeah.
Because it
Yeah.
reminds him of his mom.
And
It's the last
then-
thing that she loved him.
and then it's just scene after scene. Like I've never skipped through a part of this movie. Like I love that movie. So
Yeah.
number 1.
I actually really do like how they establish his character, and like it's something that it doesn't change that much. Like he has character growth, but that part of him that they establish right at the beginning, that they keep coming back to, like in Infinity War when he's like, so that half of me that's stupid, that's 100% you guys.
Well, okay. Another point. It's one of the movies that's downloaded on my phone. And you know what the other one is?
What?
Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. So you know how serious
I was
am
hoping you were
about
gonna say
this.
The Last Crusade, but whatever.
I really like The Last Crusade too, but it's just something about the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Magical.
It is. And the Last Crusade, all of them are great movies. Talk about that later, but your list, Michael?
Oh, I put it at number 14. Wait, where'd you put it, Garen?
1.
So we're disagreeable, but everybody has their own reasons, you know. So.
I put it at number
I put
10.
it at dead last.
You put it at number 10.
Yeah, I put it at 10. I think this is definitely the top 10
Yeah.
candidate.
And the soundtrack is super
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Oh yeah, for
One of the
both
greatest
of them,
soundtracks.
they nail the soundtracks. Like, I don't know. I've heard people say that like they wish that they would have used their budget towards better music. No, I think that they
What?
did it right.
They do it
crazy.
so well because they sort of.
They freaking they took the Pina Colada song, which was a little bit popular, and then past that
exploded
movie,
it.
it went. Boom.
And
Imagine having like Billboard. You're on the Billboard in the 70s, like at number 25, and then somewhere in 2015, you're suddenly at number 5.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any
Yeah.
They
sense.
do
We
that
did it,
in
boys.
both of the. Ooh, we should discuss, since our next one is Guardians 2, we should discuss the soundtracks versus those two movies.
Okay.
Versus
I only
between.
remember.
But there was like Pina Colada, Hooked on a Feeling really blew up.
Oh, that was.
It's still like
It-
iconic.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
lots of
people go back
still
to listen to the soundtrack. They don't even watch. I mean, the movie's great because every song fits in so perfectly, and it's weird. But
Remember Wham Bam Shang-a-Lang?
That was
Yeah.
a good one
That's
as
a
well.
banger.
and then people they go back and listen to the soundtrack, which is crazy. That only happens with a couple of movies.
Yeah.
Like
Especially when the soundtrack. I mean, it's tough to work lyrical music into movies like this.
Yeah, definitely.
Like every other MCU film has just the instrumental, thematic music, but
yeah.
it's a good change, and they did it perfectly.
yeah,
I will say, at a sleepover, my cousin said that he fell asleep on the Guardians of the Galaxy menu screen, and so the
What?
Hooked on a Feeling was just playing on repeat all night, and he got so sick of it. I can totally see that, and so he
Yeah,
doesn't
it's a
like
pretty
this
traumatic
movie.
story.
It's just in his dreams. He's like, no, no.
And so he doesn't like this movie as much, but but yeah,
Yeah,
if you don't
Okay.
let the soundtrack
Okay.
get spoiled for you, it's
All right, my turn. I have this one at number 4.
yeah.
I really liked it.
yeah.
There's just a few movies that get past it. But yeah, it's a really great movie. It was a surprise. You know, you go in the
Surprised to be
theaters,
sure, but a welcome.
and I was sort of expecting like a darker, like more Star Wars type
Well,
Marvel movie.
and like me knowing nothing about Guardians of the Galaxy, me going into the
Yeah.
movie theater, I was like, oh, this could be something.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like I remember the talk about it happening at school, and I'd ask people, "Hey, what'd you think of the movie?" You know, and they'd be like, "Oh, it was terrific," you know, and I was really pleasantly surprised when I go in, and I really enjoyed it. So,
Yeah.
Really hyped it up.
Don't worry, he's a wrestler.
He's a wrestler.
Alrighty. Our last one for today that we will cover: Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Okay, I really like this one too. I'm a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Number 2.
The soundtrack is great, and it goes like Kurt Russell is maybe number 2 on my favorite actors list. I mean, he's probably on the greatest actor list too, but he's number 2. favorability, of course, number one is Harrison Ford. But I mean, when you add Kurt Russell into a movie, like I wasn't a big fan of him when I was a kid, but then I watched Tombstone, The Thing, Big Trouble in Little China, and I was like,
Still haven't watched that movie.
Yeah, you weren't there.
Get it.
but it was
hilarious.
Kurt Russell's like a terrific actor, and you have Guardians of the Galaxy,
I
which
just
is
want
great.
My dang truck.
And then you have
Get my truck.
and then you have Rocket blowing up people to Southern Nights, and I'm like, oh, Glenn Campbell, and then you have Jay and the Americans. Oh, such a great soundtrack too. At first, I didn't like this soundtrack, but it grew on me.
I really liked Yondu in this one.
Yondu was terrific. He just,
Make you rest in peace.
A great character redemption.
yeah, and it was just a terrific movie. And Baby Groot, he does good. I mean,
Baby Groot is not as good as regular Groot.
Yeah,
Change
they
my mind.
like forced him in there a little bit.
Baby Groot
But,
was
like-
big fan service, but it wasn't bad.
It's kind
fan
of like
service.
Baby
Yeah.
Yoda nowadays.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
that is one
It's not
reason
Baby
that
Yoda,
some
it's
people like.
the child.
I
I'm
mean, they
sorry.
Bring
just,
me the child.
they
Sorry,
kind of
obscure Monsters Inc. reference.
Water
Go
news.
ahead.
no, it's give me the child.
Oh, give me the
Give me the
child.
child. Finlockwood.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 2 on my list, right after another.
Okay.
Oh, number 2.
Number 15 on my list, right after the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Where did I put it? Guardians 2, number 14. I really enjoyed it. There are just some aspects of it that, I don't know. I feel like they could have done differently, but to appease the fan base, I think that they did what they could.
I have it at number 13.
I think for me, it's like I just had no nostalgia with those movies because I didn't see them in theaters. Or actually, I saw the second one in theaters, but I didn't see the first one until like right before I saw the second one. So there was like no nostalgia connected
Oh, yeah.
at all. But.
I don't think I saw this one in theaters,
I think my
but
main
I really like it.
my
I
main
like it.
problem with this one is probably just the comparison to the first one, because I'm like, it's good, but it's not Guardians of the Galaxy 1 good.
Yeah.
And like, I thought a little bit of Ego's storyline was like really
Whack.
bizarre and like whiplashy when he like reveals that he killed Star-Lord's mom. I'm like, oh,
Well,
crap. That was a total tonal shift that like,
Yeah.
Well, that's another thing that implements drama.
well, yeah, but it
That's
was such a
like-
whip of drama. And
It gets you thinking. You would never expect that, and that's what movies are supposed to be an emotional roller coaster. Cause like you would never expect the way Kurt Russell is treating Chris Pratt or Star-Lord and what's that guy's name?
Yondu?
No,
Yeah, Rocket?
Kurt Russell.
Drax?
Ego.
Ego?
Ego.
Yeah.
Ego. The way Ego is treating Peter,
Taserface?
like you would never guess that he would have killed his mom, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy.
But then you
And
just
he's
come to find out that he's just glad that someone got the powers.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
And so
it doesn't make sense, and you're like, you know, you
And
shift.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was something like unsettling about him from the beginning, but then once you find it out and you
It starts.
beat him up, Star-Lord.
You're like, you're super happy or whatever, and then it turns dark on you even.
Yeah. I sort of disagree with you there on that it's good drama, because I feel like they set it up kind of poorly, and throughout the
Yeah.
movie they undercut so much tension with like throwaway jokes and stuff.
Yeah, there
when-
wasn't-
like when Kurt Russell's like connecting with Star-Lord, and then he's like, gotta go take a whiz, which is
Oh, yeah.
admittedly funny, but still it's like they sacrifice some of that for comedy.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think that's the style of Guardians.
I mean, that's another thing you're gonna find with all of these MCU movies.
I know, yeah, that's a problem I have
And-
across the globe.
Yeah.
Not globe, but
Board.
I mean, Iron Man,
Mr.
you find
Worldwide.
you find hundreds of those, and every.
That's my main
MCU
problem with
movie.
Thor Ragnarok.
And
which
that's
we'll get
like
to later, but
I think that's like a Disney thing they do, and I don't know why they do it.
almost single-handedly ruined Star Wars
Well,
or the sequels.
it's to really appease kids, so they understand stuff, and like us watching it, we're like, we don't really need that, you know. And
Yeah.
overall, it affects the durability of the movie or the quality of the movie.
Yeah, we're not really in it for like that humor, for like those one-liners. We're in
Yeah.
it for like
Yeah.
the drama and the tension.
For
setup
watching
of
a
the
movie,
Which
you
is
know?
again like
And kids like Disney just does that to appease the kids, to let them know, hey, look, you might have got bored of it, but here's a joke, So.
But I also think that Guardians of the Galaxy 2 wasn't a kids movie. Like, I don't think
I know, but
I don't think they decided. But you're right.
That's what Disney does.
But yeah, the one-liners that they threw in aren't for the average audience that they have these days. They're
Yeah.
trying to get the
Yeah.
kids involved.
of course like a lot of those jokes are fairly adult jokes, so
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. I think back to Winter Soldier, that's something that it does the best, where it's probably the least funny Marvel movie besides maybe Infinity
Possibly.
War and Black Panther.
The Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also Thor 1 and 2. Well, I guess the Jane Foster's posse was kind of funny.
Yeah, that like the fish out of water comedy we talked about.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something I really like about Winter Soldier is just they focus more on the plot and the darker elements, and it's on the darker side of Marvel movies.
Okay.
So yeah, we
Yeah.
covered all of the first half of
Yep.
the
Wraps it
Infinity
up.
Saga.
This has been part 1 of the Infinity Saga. Thank you all for joining us. DM the Insta if you have different rankings for the movies. And also ideas for the podcast.
Crunchy will be watching.
Wait, we have to sign off first.
Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna stop recording.
Next time you can expect the rest of the MC movies and possibly a review of what's to come with the Marvel Universe.
Yep.
If we have time, we could briefly cover Tenet because the
'Cause
boys
we
going
should've
to
seen
go
it
see
by then.
Tenet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will understand nothing.
Be like, the music is good.
Wait, we actually already saw Tenet. Boom. Tenet reference.
Okay.
What's happened?
Michael or Gavin, start us off.
What? I want.
And thank you for joining us for
No,
this
you
episode
ain't.
of the Me and the Boys
I wanna
podcast. This is Gavin Clifton signing off.
This is Connor Crutchfield. Winter Soldier is the best Marvel movie. Signing off.
This is Gavin Lancaster, Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade is the best Marvel movie.
This is Michael Cunningham. You gave the journal to the Nazis? Thank you all for listening, and we will see you in part 2. Bye-bye.
Bye ho.
I'm cutting it before that.
That's fine.